Hello there, everybody. I'm Mel Allen, and this is Baseball Collection.
Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, Baseball Collector, and today was a pretty cool day. Today was the second day that I got to go visit this absolutely massive collection, and I want to tell you guys the story about it as much as I can. And I've been working on this for the last few weeks. I've been there twice, and I've talked to the guy that's kind of running it for numerous times. And so the story kind of goes like this. It might be a story that kind of just sounds like something that could absolutely happen. And so there was this guy, and he had been collecting for 40 plus years and had this massive collection. And his wife passed away like 20 years ago. And so he was able to basically spend without any rails at all. His wife wasn't around to, kind of slow him down and curtail his spending. And so he just went nuts and bought so much stuff. And he has everything. I mean, very eclectic collection. And when I say it was a lot, so he housed his collection at his office/warehouse where he ran his business. And we're talking about, 20,000 square feet, like a gigantic building that his business owns and that he owned, and it was about half of it's probably office space and the other half is warehouse. And in the offices, literally every wall, every inch of every wall is covered in memorabilia. And it was everything from posters to pictures to there were walls of baseballs and bats and basketballs and footballs and you name it, from low end to high end. It was all there. It was unbelievable. And I can't show pictures. They still won't let me show any pictures on the interwebs. So I've got to just describe this to you. Again, all four sports, tons of hockey stuff, hockey sticks, jerseys, signed stuff, pictures, you name it. Tons of baseball stuff, everything from pro. He was a big Rangers fan, had some connections with the Rangers, so there's tons of Rangers stuff from going back 30 years. There's stadium seats and banners that hung on the side of Arlington Stadium of Nolan Ryan. I mean, 100 foot tall that they cut in half and put it in the warehouse. And there's not a lot of cards. There were some cards, but it was all junk wax era stuff. And so it wasn't stuff that I was really interested in, although I did buy a couple of cards, but nothing huge. And for me, it was just being able to see all of this, batting helmets that were signed, and again, so many baseballs and gloves, and oh my gosh, just I can't get over it. Cannot get over it. And so I bought just all kinds of random stuff through this collection. And so the guy passes away, and his family hires a guy to kind of come in and run the sale of all this stuff. And it's kind of at the beginning, like you got to know somebody to get in to see this thing and be able to purchase stuff. And luckily I knew a guy that kind of knew a guy kind of thing. And I was able to get in early on in the process, bought some things. Actually have shown off a few of the things already in previous videos, and then was able to go back today and I'd pulled some things aside that I wanted him to price and tell me, and the pricing was interesting. It was kind of like, okay, he's going to go off basically sold eBay minus a little bit of a discount kind of thing. So some of the stuff I think I did really well with in terms of price. Some of it I probably paid fair value for it, but it was all unique and different things that I just really wanted to add to the collection. Lots of big stuff, so I'm going to do this video kind of in pieces where I'm just showing different things, different kinds of things. What else do I want to tell you guys? I may tell some more stories as I think of things, as I show you different things. But let's just get to that. Let's just show. I bought everything from $5 items to more than $5 items, and I spent a total, by the way, of about $1,000. So that's how much I spent over the 2 visits when I went. So let me get to it right now, show you guys what we got. Hang on one second. Okay, so let's start off with some little stuff, and I'll call it little, but it's, but these certainly weren't expensive. I think I paid $5 for all of these. And what I got are these Mother's Cookies Texas Rangers sets, and like this one's from '89, so it's like 30 years old, but I so remember as a kid getting these at the ballpark and trying to collect the whole set. And so this is I have an '89 here, and they wouldn't give you the whole set. They would just give you parts of the set, and you had to kind of trade with others. In fact, like on let me see, it says important, read this before you start trading. And it said each trading card pack starts with 20 different players plus 8 cards, all alike, of an additional player. Only trade your duplicate cards. You must trade away 7 of your duplicates to get the exact 7 other cards you need to complete your full set. Good luck, have fun, and help each other. So they were encouraging trading, and so, like this is the 96, part of the 96 set, and I've got 2 of those. So maybe together I have like a full set. Here's the 90. I've already combined these together. Let me open the 90s. I'll show them to you. And I just picked as many as I could find that were kind of different years, a couple of each one. So there's like Bobby Valentine, the manager. There's Nolan Ryan on it. So these are what these look like. Like here's the back of the Nolan autograph. So these Mother's Cookies cards were done by a lot of different teams in that era, and so I just have these are just all Rangers, different Rangers. So Gary Pettis, and anyway, that's what those are. So I got a few of those just for nostalgia reasons, just for fun. I'll put those up in a second. I did get a couple of cards. Again, he didn't have many cards. The cards he had were not, like really great. But I did find a couple of cards. This one here is a signed Enos Slaughter card. Darn near everything in the entire place was autographed, and it was absolutely insane. And there was kind of like, all right, no COAs really with stuff. If it's good, it's good. It's on you if it's not, kind of thing. Like they're not taking responsibility for that. But this Enos Slaughter is definitely good. It's not, nobody's going to fake an Enos Slaughter autograph. But this is a 57 top, so it goes great with my player era tops runs that I'm trying to do for different players. And so that's really cool. Then these were literally, like this card and this next one were literally screwed to the wall in a screw down. Like it was the darndest thing you've ever seen. I'm like, good grief. There is a 58 tops Warren Spahn autographed. And he had some other little cards that were signed, but they weren't like, big a deal. Some of the stuff that I've shown you in previous videos already. I have to move this. But like I got this from this guy, the Steve Dolkowski autograph, little 4x6 picture or whatever. And again, in the back of it, like it's just blank back, but you couldn't tell before the way it was done. But behind it was a 1963 Topps Steve Dolkowski rookie card that was also signed. So that's cool. Again, if you don't know who Steve Dolkowski is, that's how you spell it. Go look him up. All right. Then I showed these a few weeks ago, these Castrol Night little promo pieces that were done at some convention. So you got Dave Winfield here. This is from '08. So that's 10, 11 years ago, whatever it is. Then you've got '09, their guest was Johnny Bench, so that's the signed Johnny Bench from Castrol Night. And then you've got Jim Palmer here. So there's the Jim Palmer from Castrol Night. He even hoffed that one. So I got those. That was on the first time that I went. Let's see, how else do I want to show this stuff? I'll do that stuff differently. So again, one full wall of baseballs and then hundreds and hundreds more scattered out through. I mean, we're talking literally there were 1,000 baseballs signed there if there were 10, and so many. But I got this one. Got a nice George Brett. And I'm not a big signed baseball guy because they just get in the way and they're hard to store, and so I don't normally buy them. And every ball, by the way, had a label like this. So every ball was labeled. Some of them were more toned than others. Some were really nice. Everything was in the light, and it had been in the light for a long, long time. So tons of the autographs were faded. It just depended on where it was in the place. So that was a ball that I got. And I got this one that I really loved. Hard to turn down a Kirby Puckett when you can get it. And I just really, really loved that. So there's the Kirby Puckett single signed. That's a American League ball, Bobby Brown ball. So that's awesome. The George Brett was also an American League ball. The best ball that I got was this one, and I'd picked this out the first time when I was there, and I had to come back. We didn't know how to price it, so I decided to come back when I came back today to buy it once he kind of had a price figured out. So I'm going to pull this off. Let's see if we can't look at this, because you can see who it is. It's the 1995 American League All-Star team. And the 95 All-Star game was played at the ballpark in Arlington. It's the only time the All-Star game has ever been in Arlington. And I'm going to end up doing an entire video on this ball because I want to talk about all the guys that are on it. But so it's a Gene Buddy ball, whoever that is. Sweet spot is Buck Showalter, who was a coach. And then you've got, see how many guys you can recognize here. You've got Manny Ramirez up there, Lee Smith, Edgar Martinez. Over here, you've got Dennis Martinez, Cal Ripken Jr., Wade Boggs, Roberto Alomar down there. There's 7 Hall of Famers total on this. There are 24 signatures total. There's another Puckett right there in the middle. So you got right above him is Kenny Lofton. Kevin Seitzer is above him. Jim Edmonds, Paul O'Neill, David Wells. So it's just got autographs all over it. And Albert Bell, Frank Thomas, Gary DiSarcina, Mike Stanley. I mean, some guys like, really? But that's the 95 AL All-Star team. It's missing like 7 signatures from being complete, but overall, it was just something that's so unique, and something like, good luck finding one of these again. And I'm a big multi-signed kind of guy. I just think it's neat. So I bought it. So there's that baseball. So that's all I'm going to show this way. Now I'll start showing you the bigger stuff in terms of size. Hang on one second. Okay, guys, here we go with some other kind of larger items. And I got this cool banner. I don't know where it's from. It looks similar to something that flew at the ballpark in honor of Nolan Ryan. And I just thought it was so neat. And it's like a vinyl plastic material almost. And just, I love Nolan Ryan. I just thought it was something different. And I paid $10 for it. And then over here is this. It's like it's a book, but it's more like a magazine, really. And it's by Ted Williams. It's from 1971. It's called The Science of Hitting. And it's a book by Ted Williams with these amazing illustrations of how to hit. And he just talks through all about hitting on this. And I paid $5 whole for that. So those are 2 things right there. Okay, next up is this piece right here, which is similar to what I sent to Eric, those back pages. So if you haven't seen his video, this guy had all these cards, these vintage cards that were cut out and created and hung up, mounted, I guess, on this. It's like a wood, very heavy. You can see it's like a 3D kind of thing. And he had just a ton of these, and they're all signed. He must have had a couple hundred of them, literally. And I got the 85 Topps Dwight Gooden for Eric, and I got myself the 75 Topps Jim Sundberg, which is his rookie. And then Let me see if I can even show it to you. It's over here in a corner. It's going to be really dark. So I'll come over here. And I also got that one right there, the Buddy Bell 73 Topps. So two of my favorite all-time Rangers from back when I was a kid. So I got those two things as well. All right, so I also picked this up as well. This is a huge Nolan Ryan poster. 26 seasons, Ryan Express. I don't remember ever seeing this back when I was a kid. I think it's from, or it goes through 93. So he played the 90. Well, he has a 94 Topps card. So I think he played 94 as well. But what it has around the middle, it's a cool painting. And then around the ends is all of his Topps cards with the year marked. You can see that all the way down and all the way around are all of Nolan Ryan's Topps cards. All the way up. 90, 91, 92, 93. Then he's got the 5000K. So just a really cool piece. I got to get it reframed, and I don't really have a place to hang it yet, but I think I paid $25 for this, just for something I've never seen, and incorporates baseball cards. One of my favorite players, Hall of Famer, kind of just checks a lot of boxes for me in terms of coolness for me. So I got that as well. All right, the next thing I want to show you is this piece right here. It's this really neat, it's the frame, and this really cool motion picture of Ivan Rodriguez throwing somebody out. American League MVP 1999. I don't know if that was a Rangers piece or what, but you can see right in the middle there it's signed by Pudge. And it was already framed, came beautifully framed. So I picked that up as well. I love that. Pretty sure this is the last thing I have to show you. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. But this was my favorite thing that I picked up totally, was this 300 Victories piece. This is done by Ron Lewis, who is the same artist that did my 3000 hit piece and my 500 home run piece that I have. And this was done back in 1990, and it's got 8 different Hall of Famers on it, all with their signatures. Up top here, you've got Warren Spahn. What's also neat is they've all inscribed their win totals. Phil Niekro, Early Win, Tom Seaver, Steve Carlton, Don Sutton, Gaylord Perry, and Nolan Ryan down at the bottom. And then 300 Victories, and you can see Ron Lewis's name there. It came framed beautifully like this. It was awesome. There is a JSA sticker at the bottom and a full letter JSA that came with it that's on the back of the frame. So it is JSA authenticated. Absolutely love this piece. It kind of finished out the Ron Lewis collection for me. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I really, really want that. And I've already got it hung up in the card room. I love that I was able to find a place for it and move some other things out. This is way more appropriate. And there you go. So that's everything that I got, guys. Let me know down below what you think, what your thoughts are, what you liked, what you didn't. We will catch you guys soon. Keep